Hello students, today we will talk about corporate communication. Corporate communication, to understand the basic concept of corporate communication, we have to start with the term corporate first. Corporate can be defined as relating to a large number of company or group by oxforddictionaries.com. We can also define corporate as a legal being that is separate and distinctive from its proprietors. Please remember, corporate enjoy most of the rights and responsibility that individuals hold. It can enter into contracts, have a loan or give a loan, sue and be sued, hire people, build perspective and have to pay taxes just like us. It can very well pass on as a legal person. Please remember, corporate do not work in isolation. Along with their employees and consumer, they also work with other businesses, government, local authorities and the general public. All these are the stakeholders, not the stakeholders. Again, a stakeholder is someone who is not directly connected to the business but could and would be affected by it at some point of time. In simple words, a corporate is an organization with certain legal binding entirely different from its owner or owners. Corporations are maintained by the stakeholders, investor on profit sharing basis created through the firm's action. A corporate has to have a lawful presence. It can purchase, trade, acquire, make a contact, sue someone or can be sued by someone or a business just like any individual. It can make either profit or loss and any offense will be punishable under the law. The second term is communication. As per Oxford Dictionary, English Dictionary, to have a good relationship because you are able to understand and talk about your own and other people's thought, feeling, etc. To share or to exchange information, news, ideas, feeling, etc. As this definition states that communication is more than simply the transmission of information, the term requires an element of success in transmitting or imparting a message, whether information, idea or an emotion. Business Dictionary describes communication as a two-way process. It involves participant reaching a mutual understanding beyond merely encoding and decoding information, news, ideas and feelings. It is important that they also create and share the meaning content in the message passed. So now we understand the term corporate and communication. So let's bring these two terms together and talk about corporate communication. In the simplest way, we can say that corporate communication is all about how an organization communicates with its internal and external public, or all the business related communication done by a corporate comes under the umbrella of corporate communication. Here the word public may include customers, potential customers, workers, employees, human resource, government bodies, media, third party regulators and general public, okay, and much more. Corporate communication is a set of strategies concerned with planning and coordinating all internal and external communication intended at generating a positive image among various stakeholders. The corporate objective is to communicate internal identical messages to all the stakeholders to achieve coherence, reliability and transparency. Corporate communication assists corporates to give information about its mission, vision and value to present a trustworthy image for everyone involved. Corporate communication can utilize any form or forms of communication depending on media habit and availability of media as per the audiences. Typically, corporate communication strategies consist of written words like internal and external reports, advertisement, website copy, online content, promotional material, emails, memos and press releases. Spoken words like meeting, press conferences, interviews and non-spoken communication like photographs, illustration, infographics, journal branding, etc. Now, the core function of the corporate communication department is to develop corporate communication strategy. This helps corporate to translate the brand identity for both internal and external public. This demands a flawless communication network between various departments. Sometimes the marketing and the PR department work so close that the line between these two often get blurred. Remember, this involves communication, and communication strategies keep evolving like a living being. As the organization grows and evolves, the corporate communication strategy will also grow and adapt. It is a symbiotic relationship where a change in one directly influences the other. Before we go any further, let me tell you very briefly a difference between PR and corporate communication. These two terms are often used as interchangeable terms sometimes. However, they do act similar, but there is little difference between these two terms. So, by and large, when we talk about PR, it deals with the public outside the organization, communicating with media, reporters, journalists, pitching ideas for coverage, handling social media, digital content, and everything. Okay, but when we talk about corporate communication, it typically deals with internal conversations of a corporate. A major part of its function has to do with the interdepartment communication to the employees, stakeholders, investors, executive teams, and setting goals that can be achieved by using various tools of PR and PR techniques. In simple words, we can say that PR and corporate communication share almost all these tools and techniques in the bag of PR, but their scope of work slightly vary at different levels. Now, in today's competitive market space, a brand's identity has to be exclusive, understandable and steady in order to make it stand apart. A big part of making this success lies in effective corporate communication. It is fundamental in creating, enhancing and upholding the corporate identity or brand image. It covers every aspect of how corporate connects and interacts with its various public. Integrated corporate communication is the key to stating the objective, mission, vision, and philosophy of an organization. Now, let's talk about the function of corporate communication. Mostly the communication department is accountable for managing all the communication from the management side. To understand this function easily, let's divide the work as per the role they play. We can start with internal communication, which is also called employee relation, employee engagement. So, in this, corporate communication department not only responsible for communicating with the external public, but also maintaining communication with the internal public, the workforce, the employees. The communication department has several ways to stay connected with the employees. As the scope of communication goes up, many corporates build an internal communication or employee relation function with devoted personnel to manage the internal media. With this internal media management, management can communicate both vertically and horizontally or upward to downward. Now, what exactly corporate communication personnel do? Corporate emails, messages, writing, memos, drafting emails, and all these things comes under the purview of internal communication person. However, these days internal communication responsibility go much beyond just writing email or messages. It also includes promoting corporate culture on corporate principle to achieve excellence. Now, they also responsible for internal publication like creating printed material such as employee handbooks or flyers, reports, house journal, annual reports, induction material, anything which can be used to communicate with the internal public is created by this department. Now, they also manage the internal blogs, newsletter and other publications. Sometimes they also involved in compiling employee resources. These resources are used for the employee benefit. Please remember that internal communication often work hand in hand with the human resource department. internal department should take care of efficiency, and while working with the HR department, the corporate communication department or the internal communication department has to be very clear while communicating the messages to internal public. Now, this was the one job which corporate communication do. The next one is media and public relation. Now, in this particular vertical of corporate communication, it deals with media and use the media tools to generate the favorable public opinion and an image which is a positive image of the corporate. Following tools or techniques are used to get news coverage. The first one is a press conference or a press con or a media brief. The next is interview of the spokesperson, creating printed material, banners, flyers for media events, and creating press kits, creating press note or a press release, distributing it to the target audience or the target media. Media monitoring is also an important part of media and PR. The corporate communication personnel has to keep an eye on any news which mention the corporate, its product or its services, or cover the spokesperson in which manner. Last but not the least, initiate and maintain good relationship with the press for future coverage. Now let's move on to the next function, which is corporate communication and marketing. Please note that most corporates still distinguish between marketing and communication department. However, as we discussed earlier, the lines have blurred in the recent years. Corporate communication strategy often interrelated with marketing strategies, which result in better cooperation and collaboration between these two departments. We can say that it is now common practice for the communication department to work closely with the marketing department for creating various marketing or sales material or general communication, consumer communication that might include emails related to marketing, brochures, booklets, newsletter, website content, sales pitch, or the very recent addition is the digital media strategy, where social media content like blogs, feeds for various social media platforms are created within collaboration with marketing department. Now let's move on to the next function, which is very important these days, which is crisis communication. Crisis communication include the planning and the procedure which enable a corporate to communicate effectively during any threat to its trade or goodwill. Every corporate understand that they must be prepared for a broad range of probable crises, including natural disaster, corporate crime, cyber attack, reputation crisis, or any unfortunate PR incident. Now, what exactly defines as a crisis? It depends on the type of business you are in. Every business has some common crisis like natural disaster or medical emergency, like we just had corona. But there are always specific crises like airline crash is specific to the airline industry. In the event of such crisis, it is the duty of the communication department to be prepared with a crisis strategy. Under crisis communication department, often follow the following practice. First, you have to organize media interviews for the spokesperson to talk about the crisis. It will keep you one step ahead of the crisis. Next is always guide the spokesperson or train the spokesperson that how to handle media, what to share and what not to share at given point. Communicating with other involved stakeholders like government, media, emergency services, general public, and as and when necessary. Try to minimize the damage or do damage control before it gets worse. Before we go further, let me share a very interesting case study with you. Deepwater Horizon oil spill, communication failure. This will help you to understand how the communication by a corporation in crisis have a long-term effect on the brand image of the organization. Let me give you a little background of the whole spill disaster. On 20th of April 2010, an explosion of the BP Deepwater Horizon oil rig which is situated in the Gulf of Mexico. An estimate of 4.2 million barrels of oil spilled into the Gulf of Mexico, causing the biggest oil spill in the USA history. This incident caused extensive reputation and monetary losses to the BP. Let's watch this small video to give you a better understanding of what happened. Now, to overcome this disaster, the oil spill as well as reputation and monetary losses, BP applied almost all the communication tool and techniques available to communicate with its various stakeholders both during and after the crisis. But as per communication expert, BP did a lot of mistakes when it came to handling the crisis. The company's stock fell to a 14-year low and company lost $95 billion or half of its market value within 2 months after the incident. Now, what was the mistake BP did? After the Deepwater Horizon rig sunk, BP appeared eager to jump in front of the crisis. However, they failed to step up. First, the BP helped set up a command center, which was a positive point. Then, the CEO Tony Hayward claimed that company's responsibility and said it would pay all the legitimate claims and damage, but soon it started falling. BP also hit controversy as it offered to pay fishermen $5,000 while asking them to sign waivers, agreeing not to sue BP in the future. The company since said that it was a misstep. Now, another thing which they did wrong was shifting blame. BP stated that it was not their disaster. They blamed their contractors, caused the largest oil spill in the US history, and particularly caused considerable reputation and financial loss. I'm also sharing another video with you where the CEO of the company is giving a statement in the public. Please watch it.
That massive oil slick now covering some 600 square miles of the Gulf of Mexico, and it could start reaching the United States coast within hours.
There is no one who wants this thing to over more than I do. You know, I'd like my life back. This statement created such a havoc in the community, and people were really angry with this organization, and it was a big blow to the whole communication strategy. This put a lot of question mark on the credibility of the whole organization. However, the CEO apologized later, but the damage were irreversible. This case study not only covered crisis management but also emphasized on key components of the ethical principle of responsibility, accountability, and humanitarian care. Let's move forward. Other than the above discussed functions, some additional functions also fall under the umbrella of corporate communication, directly or indirectly. The first one is CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility. CSR is a system of corporate that ensures the responsibility of business towards society. This covers the financial, legal and unrestricted expectation that the public has of a corporate. It is a wholesome business concept to have sustainable growth by taking care of all the stakeholders by providing financial, communal and environmental benefits. According to UNIDO, corporate social responsibility is a management concept whereby companies integrate social and environment concern in their business operation and interaction with their stakeholders. CSR is generally understood as being the way through which a company achieves a balance of economic, environment and social imperatives. Next function is corporate identity. Corporate communication is a blanket under which corporate identity and image work in a synchronized manner. Corporate identity and corporate image work as a communication tool to create uniqueness, which helps a company stand out. Corporate identity works with logo, color palette, fonts, etc. Whereas image management is more about public perception. It will also provide a framework for senior management and employee to work together towards a singular goal and objective. Now, corporate communication also take care of corporate image. Now, what is corporate image? Corporate image is how public perceive or think about a corporate and about its product, about its services. It comprehends the perception that the public has about certain corporate. For example, Xiaomi. It has an image of a pocket-friendly phone, unlike the image of Apple, which is associated with chic and sophisticated and expensive phone. So now, creating this image is a planned and ongoing activity, which is in line with the organization goal and philosophy. It is a delicate balance between corporate communication and interpretation by the public. One more thing corporate communication indulge is brand image. What is brand image? It is what the consumer thinks about the brand and what feeling it associated with the brand. It is a sum of consumers' overall experience with the brand. It could be good, bad, average or even neutral. This can be measured or rectified if required with appropriate planning. To understand these terms fully, you need to get a clear idea of what is corporate and what is a brand. We have already talked about the corporate in detail. So now let's talk about brand. A brand is an extension of a corporate. In simple words, we can say these days big corporate work on various products and services, and to differentiate between them, corporate creates brand. To understand this completely, let me give you an example. We all know about the corporate with the name Tata and a brand name Tanishq. Tata is the parent company, also the corporate here. Tanishq is the brand name they used to sell the jewelry business. Both have a different set of logo, color scheme, font and everything. However, the basic value and the basic beliefs remain the same for both. If you watch the latest advertisement of Tanishq, they are talking about how they have modern design and a modern business model, but it comes with the promise of 100-year-old corporate Tata. With this advertisement, the brand name Tanishq is sharing the stage with its parent company so that it can also enjoy the trust with the public which the public has in Tata. Now, let us revise in brief what all corporate communication do so that we can summarize what we have done till now. It manages websites, various social media platforms, plan and create blogs and other digital media content. It organizes press conferences. It hosts networking event. It write and distribute press release or press note. It cultivate and manage strong media relations. It trains the spokesperson on how to handle media, and it look out for the opportunity for product placement. It plan in advance for any potential crisis, and communicating effectively with internal public as well as external public, and it also work very closely with HR department to engage in employee communication like training, open days, shop floor discussion, etc. Now this is a great deal of responsibility to fall on the shoulder of one person, especially in larger organization with a national or international reach. The biggest companies will invest in building a team so that it can cover all the functions required to ensure the complete brand uniformity and regularity in their corporate communication. The sheer size of what the sheer scope of what all comes under corporate communication, it is a very important for forming and expressing your unique brand. It is not an advantage to have a corporate communication strategy in place. It's a necessity. So now let's see how innovatively marketing and communication department work together to create brand awareness and use digital media, especially during festival season, to boost sale and engaging consumer at the same time. Now I'm talking about campaign started by Tata called Jewelify. Okay, they were trying to put together the word jewelry and selfie. Okay, Tanishq as a brand has always been part of their consumers' emotional journey. The brand is a pioneer when it comes to experiencing emotions that are not only relatable but also desirable. Continuing this strong relationship with its audiences, the brand has initiated a beautiful Diwali-led campaign called Jewelify contest. What they did is the brand asked consumer to take a selfie of themselves wearing their much loved jewelry pieces and share the story behind it. The consumer could post on any of the social media platform like FB, Twitter, Insta with the hashtag like hashtag Jewelify and or hashtag Tanishq, and it will be a part of the and they can be a part of the conversation around their jewelry and emotional stories behind it. To attract more and more people to participate, incentives like prizes for the most beautiful and heart-touching stories were announced, as well as the grand prize at the end of the campaign, which was a part of their latest collection, which was introduced around Diwali. So with this, Tanishq was able to connect with the audience, and within sync with marketing department, they were able to make sale also. So this was a very beautiful example that how corporate communication is such a big term, and it involves a lot of activities under it. With this, let's end this session. I would like to end this session with what you say is as important as how you say it. Thank you.